a girl who can spit gold and feeds her adoptive mother's entire family on her own. But her foster mother doesn't know any better. Not only does she make Shirley do the hardest and dirtiest work every day, but every day she lives in style with her own daughter. Even the annual Festival of Lights, she wouldn't even let Shirley go to it. Shirley had to take advantage of her mother's family's lack of attention. She dressed up in disguise. She came quietly with her friends to the annual Festival of Lights. But what she didn't realize was that Shirley had just arrived at the Festival of Lights when she accidentally fell to the ground. She lost her headband. The turban was picked up by Alan, who was on his way down the mountain. Alan was immediately drawn to the unique scent of the turban. The next day, Alan took the turban to the marketplace, looking for the owner of the turban, but then his neighbor's daughter Kayla saw him. Kayla took the turban and smelled it. She immediately recognized it as Shirley's headscarf, which had been born with that scent. She then prepared to take Ellen to Shirley's home, but what they didn't know was that Shirley had gone to the Festival of Lights on her own that night. If Shirley's adoptive mother had found out, Shirley would have gotten a good beating from her foster mother. Alan arrived at Shirley's house with a headscarf. He mistook his mother's real daughter, Lisa, for Shirley. He hurriedly took up the turban he had found at the Festival of Lights to return to Shirley. Lisa took Alan's turban. She smelled the scent on the turban. She realized it was Shirley's turban. Then, mother and daughter rushed to find an excuse to send Alan and the others away. Grabbing the headscarf, they found Shirley in a rage. Without saying a word, the foster mother, she went up to Shirley and grabbed her by the hair. She then slapped Shirley across the face, one after the other. The mother said angrily to Shirley, "You are a slave to me in this house. If you disobey my orders, that's what you get." Shirley's friends saw this. They rushed to find Shirley's foster father. They rushed to Shirley's foster father and told him that Shirley was being beaten by her foster mother. But by the time her father arrived, Shirley had already been beaten up by her mother and was no longer a human being. The god of the mountain could not bear to see Shirley being tortured by her mother every day, so he cast a spell to teach Lisa and her mother a lesson. Meanwhile, in a space under the sea, Ina, the water demon, had been obsessed with Alan ever since she met him. She had been obsessed with him ever since she met him, so she found an excuse to trick the Sea King and came to Earth secretly. She searched for him quietly. At night, Ina, the water demon, took advantage of Alan's sleep. She cast a spell to daze Alan's attendants. Ina took Alan, who was as small as a toothpick, in front of her, in her hands, ready to take him back to the underwater world. The weight of the siren was too much. As he walked, the ground shook. This soon woke Alan from his sleep. Alan looked at the woman 10,000 times his size. He clasped his hands together, casting a lightning bolt. He took the opportunity to escape from the water demon Ina's grasp. On the other hand, Shirley's adoptive mother was taking advantage of Shirley's innocence and kindness. She is trying to trick Shirley into spitting out gold for her. The innocent Shirley takes her foster mother's words at face value. She thinks that she really feels guilty for what she has done. She thinks she will treat her as well as her own daughter Lisa. So Shirley innocently spits gold out of her mouth again for her mother.